Hello YouTube, this is Dazzathecameraman. Today is Monday, May 7th, 2018, and today we're looking at this video, Latest Discovery Mars Passing by Planet X by Planet X News. And in this video, as we can see, Scott from Planet X News states, I captured this latest object viewing the SETI spacecraft footage from April 25th through May 3rd, 2018. So let's take a look at his video of Mars passing by Planet X. Now he points out this object of interest, which is sort of lost amongst all this very textured background that we're seeing there. I think we could probably point arrows in all directions and be claiming that we're looking at Planet X, but let's see what he has to say. Looking at some different filters being applied, different views. And he points out Venus clearly shows a reaction to this object. Really? The object is clearly seen as Mars passes by. So what could this be? We're going to take a look at this and identify what we're looking at very shortly. So now it all became clear, and I'll just pause the video here, because as soon as I saw this imagery from HI1A, I immediately recognized what we were looking at. In fact, I didn't even have to go to my astronomy software to pull up the current view, because I could see exactly what it was already. He says, watch carefully as the object passes by as Mars orbits. So we can see in this view that Mars is identified. There is Mars. We've got Mercury over here and Saturn here. And up the top we've got Venus coming into view. So I'll play it some more. There's Venus. Okay, so I'll pause it here in this view on April 28th, 2018. At 12:09 UTC, and first of all we'll take a look in Starry Night. So here is the same view from Stereo A on April 28th, 2018 at 12:09 UTC. You can see that the layout is the same with the planets Venus, Saturn, Mars. We've got the Sun over here, and again you can see this big dark patch here. This is in the middle of the Milky Way, so as I zoom out you can see that there is this rift of stars as we're looking towards the center of the Milky Way galaxy. That is why the background looks so textured in those images, because we've got so many stars that we're looking at there. And there is this very familiar pattern that astronomers from New Zealand are very fond of, which we call the Galactic Kiwi. And that is exactly what we're seeing in the images. Let's take a look. Here is this news item from October 2009. Kiwi discovered in outer space. And of course we're talking about the kiwi bird. You can see that there's an outline has been drawn there. If I scroll down you can see the image without the outline. And it's a familiar pattern against the background of the Milky Way, which we like to refer to in New Zealand as the Galactic Kiwi. And what Scott is pointing out in his video is actually part of that pattern of stars, and he's looking approximately at shoulder here. So we've got the head of the kiwi there is its eye, its beak, its body, and its two legs. And the pattern that he's looking at is right here, and we've actually seen this before in videos. Here are some more images if you just Google Galactic Kiwi. And here is a very clear image of the Galactic Kiwi. And again, you can see that circular shape there. So this is nothing new. And remember that that image that we looked at just before was from 2009. There is another image. And again, there is the circular detail that we see in Scott's video. And again, in this image, there is a Galactic Kiwi. So I'm sorry, Scott, Planet X researcher and expert, you certainly have not discovered Planet X passing by Mars. You have discovered the Galactic Kiwi. Well done. I would like to point out this comment by Keith McLeod. who says, why can you see stars on the object? And that is actually a very good point. Because when we look at this object, the circular object there that Scott is pointing out, what do we see? It's got stars visible. And of course the stars are light years away, which would mean that if this was some object passing by Mars, it would have to be transparent, with background stars being visible through it, which of course is nonsense. As you can see later on in Scott's video, he zooms up on it, and here is the circular object that he is pointing out, which of course is just the pattern of stars in the Galactic Kiwi and the Milky Way, and we can clearly see those stars, individual stars there in the background. So that's all it is, folks. It is the pattern of stars known as the Galactic Kiwi in the Milky Way, and there is a very nice view of it there. It certainly is not the latest discovery of Mars passing by Planet X as claimed by Planet X News. Thank you for watching.